What is up, you guys? Kickomo here, bringing you guys once again another video. Welcome to today's video. Now, I haven't uploaded in a while. I said I was going to be recording a lot of Madden 21, but a lot of stuff's been going on. Obviously, the pandemic's going on. Yours truly graduated from high school, so I plan to record a lot more. But yeah, so obviously we're in Madden 21, and of course I'm going to be doing a franchise mode, and I think there's only one correct team to choose. And of course I'm going with my favorite team, the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going to be doing obviously the active roster, so the rosters that have just been updated. I'm going to turn off pre-existing injury so I can actually use every single player. I'm going to start in the regular season. Other than that, let's get right on into it. Alright, here we are. So obviously week 1 against the Bengals. If we don't win that game, I will cry. This video I'm just going to go over the roster and kind of what I'm going to do with the roster, because I know there's a lot of positions I need to change, all that kind of stuff. Alright, so starting off with the quarterback position, obviously we have the rookie Justin Herbert, who, unlike in real life, I'm going to start him right away. I think it's better to develop him quick, especially since he's only 22 years old. Underneath him is Tyrod Taylor. He's going to be the backup for the season. And then obviously Easton Stick's on the team. He's actually going to be the long-term backup, so it's going to be Justin Herbert and Easton Stick for the long run. At running back, we have Austin Eckler, who obviously is Austin Eckler. A lot of people, like in my past videos, I've obviously always been like, oh, I'm a run heavy team. Not this year. This year I've changed kind of my whole scheme. I've done a lot of online games and I've kind of tested stuff out. I'm going to be a full-blown passing team. However, I'm going to be using the same playbooks that I'm given. I don't plan on changing anything all too much. I will run it quite a bit, but I'm going to be pass first mostly. So under Austin Eckler, we have Justin Jackson, who, even though he's a higher overall, I kind of want to get our third running back some more carries than him, just because he's gets injured quite frequently in real life and in game. Underneath him we have Joshua Kelley, who is a rookie, so developing him is going to be fun. I've loved watching him play in real life so far, so yeah. At fullback we have Gabe Nabers, or Nabers, I don't remember how to say his last name. We signed him from our practice squad. We have him and Bobby Holly as our fullbacks, and we decided to keep Gabe. I'm going to keep him for a bit. He is actually decent receiving back. At wide receiver, this is where it gets fun, because I'm actually going to sign a wide receiver from free agency / our practice squad. But obviously we have Keenan Allen. That's no surprise. He's going to be here long term. We just signed him to a new deal. Underneath him, we have Mike Williams, who's going to be the future replacement for Keenan Allen once he retires. And now we get into the fun part. So, underneath him, we have Jalen Guyton, who by far has been one of my favorite receivers on the Chargers this season. He has absolutely been killing it for us, and I absolutely love the way he's been playing. Underneath him, we have two rookies. We have Joe Reed and KJ Hill. Now, receiving-wise, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Jalen Guyton are 100% going to get more receptions, more play time than both Joe Reed and KJ Hill. However, if I do get into a next season, these two are going to be getting a lot of receiving yards. And I also might get Joe Reed some carries as well, because in college at Virginia, he did do a couple plays at running back and at tight end. Now this is going to be fun, because neither of the guys underneath Hunter Henry are going to be our second tight end, and you guys will see who I sign as our second tight end. But at tight end number 1, obviously we have Hunter Henry. We're going to try and keep him as healthy as possible this season. Underneath him we have Virgil Green, who, even though he's 32, he's a really good run blocker, so we're going to keep him in the run blocking department. Underneath him, we have Steven Anderson, who I know the bare minimum about, but I know that he was on our practice squad, I believe. No, I was going to say last year, but I could be wrong. But I know he's on the active roster this year. And at tight end 4, even though he's not on the roster right now, he made a huge play for us against the Buccaneers. It was his first career catch in the NFL, and I believe it was a 31-yard touchdown. And that's going to be Donald Parham. Now, I'm going to be signing him as our second tight end only because he's 23. He's really good at receiving. He's pretty damn fast, and he develops a lot quicker than Steven Anderson will, because he's 27, and then Virgil Green is 32, so he's not going to progress anymore. At left tackle, so in real life we're starting Sam Tevi, but I most likely will start Trey Pipkins. However, every franchise mode I've done in Madden 21 with Sam Tevi as the starting left tackle, he's allowed maybe 3 sacks in the whole season. But regardless of the point, it'll depend on who I think is better for the scheme that I'm going to run. Overall, they both are pretty much the same age, pretty much same overall. Just one guy's faster and stronger than the other. At left guard, we have Forrest Lamp, who is going to be the starter. Just hopefully he can stay healthy. He stayed healthy this season, so that's pretty good to see. And I will be putting somebody underneath him. at left guard. At center, we got Mike Pouncey, obviously. Dan Feeney has been our starting center this year, so I might actually move him back to left guard and make him the starter because he can actually stay healthy, unlike Forrest Lamp, and he's actually stronger. But at the same time, I kind of want to develop Dan Feeney at center because he's been doing great at center this year. He's been our best offensive lineman, especially because he went from left guard to center. So I might get rid of Mike Pouncey. I think I'm going to focus a lot on Dan Feeney and trying to get him at a higher overall because he is 26, unfortunately, but I think I could still develop him a bit. But I might trade Mike Pouncey just because he hasn't been able to stay healthy, and also he's 31, so he's going to start regressing. And then at center, we got Scott Quessenberry. I might move him to left guard. At right guard, we have Pro Bowler Trey Turner, who's a Pro Bowler for the Panthers 5 out of his 6 seasons. We traded for him for Russell Okung, which I thought was a great trade. I thought we got the steal. However, he hasn't been able to stay healthy this year, so I don't really know how good he is, how bad he is. We don't know. Underneath him, we have Ryan Groy, who's kind of replaced Trey Turner. However, he kind of lets up blocks really quick. I mean, that doesn't really matter in Madden. Also, he is 29, but he is a backup player. So at right tackle, we have Brian Bulaga. We got him in free agency when the Packers didn't re-sign him, which I was like, okay, great to see. Underneath him, we have Storm Norton, who came from the XFL, who was actually the best rated offensive lineman in the XFL. Maybe that will translate to the NFL in the future, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. And now we get into the fun part. This is my favorite part of the team, is the defense, because there's a lot that can be done here. At starting left end, obviously we have Joey Bosa. I don't really need to explain him all too much. Underneath him, we have Isaac Rochelle. He's going to stay on the team as well. He's a really good backup. At right end, this is where it gets fun. So we have Melvin Ingram, obviously 88 overall. He is 31, however. My plan is to develop Uchenna Nwosu up to, I'm hoping at minimum an 82 by the end of the season, because in that case, I can get rid of Melvin Ingram during the draft. Underneath both of them, we have Jessie Lemonier. I'm most likely going to cut him. I don't think there's any reason to have him. I mean, I'm not going to cut him. I'm going to put him on the practice squad, but Uchenna Nwosu here, it's kind of hard to start. At defensive tackle, this is also where it gets fun. So we have Linval Joseph, who we got in free agency when the Vikings didn't re-sign him, which I was actually surprised. Linval Joseph is an absolute monster. I didn't realize how much strength he had until he came on the Chargers, and then I started watching highlights of him. This man is literally a moving truck. That was a stupid comparison, but he has 98 strength, so I'm expecting a lot of sacks, run blocks. Underneath him, we have Jerry Tillery. I've been very surprised by Jerry Tillery this year. He was not good last year. Lord have mercy, has he been showing up this year. I think he is very successful at defensive end. Before Melvin Ingram was put on IR, he was playing defensive end, and Lord have mercy, he was absolutely killing it. Underneath him, we have Justin Jones. Justin Jones is also going to be here for a while. I'm hoping I can develop Jerry Tillery and Justin Jones at the same time, because if I can, then those two will be our future defensive tackles. Underneath them, we have Damian Square, who hasn't done all too much this year. He was a really big part for us in the 2018 season when we went 12-4, but he hasn't really done too much this season, and it's because Jerry Tillery's been killing it. At linebacker, this is kind of where it gets rough on our defense in a way. So at starting left outside linebacker, we have Drew Tranquil, who unfortunately he did destroy his ankle during the first game of the season. I think it was like the 4th play of the game, and just watching it, I was like, ooh, that was not a nice injury, and I know it's not. Unfortunately, we had to put him on IR. But it's unfortunate, but luckily pre-existing injuries off. So underneath him, we have Kaiser White. I'm going to find a way to get Kaiser White into the defense. I'm probably going to put him at right outside linebacker, and I might actually put Drew Tranquil at right outside linebacker and Kaiser at left. All I know is that I want to have Drew Tranquil, Kaiser White, and Kenneth Murray, our rookie, all on the field at the same time. And then underneath them, we have Malik Jefferson. He's going to stay on the team for a while. I like my linebackers to have speed and strength. That's why I like Malik Jefferson. At middle linebacker, of course, we have the rookie Kenneth Murray. Kenneth Murray and Denzel Perryman. This is going to be hard for my linebacking core because I like them both a lot. Kenneth Murray is going to be on the field 99.99% of the time. And then Denzel Perryman, I'm going to switch it up so that when he's in, it's more like when we're going against dominant run teams. At right outside linebacker, we got Nick Vigil, who we signed in free agency from the Bengals. He's been pretty decent so far. I knew who Nick Vigil was before he came to the Chargers. I was kind of a fan of him. However, he is 27 and a 72 overall. That's not necessarily the best. So that's why I'm considering moving one of my linebackers out to right outside. Underneath him, we have Malik Jefferson, who probably should be at left outside because we would have him blitzing a lot more, which is kind of what he's good at. We signed him, well, we drafted him in 2018, I believe, and he played special teams his rookie year and plays special teams now, but he is getting a lot more actual defensive possessions. At cornerback, this is where it also gets fun. First of all, Madden, stop disrespecting Casey. Casey Hayward's still our #1 corner. Don't care what anybody says. Chris Harris is going to be our slot cornerback, even though he's 31. My #1 position to go for in the draft is cornerback, unless there's someone in free agency, or if I decide to move Desmond King back to cornerback, which I'm not going to because I have a very, very, very nice plan for my secondary. So the way I'm going to be running it is Casey Hayward's going to be our #1 receiver. Chris Harris is obviously going to be our #2. However, when we have 3 corners on the field, Michael Davis will be covering the #2 receiver, Casey Hayward will be guarding #1, and then Chris Harris will be in the slot. That's going to be undefeatable. Nobody can stop that. Underneath our 3 starters, we have Brandon Faison, who I actually like a lot. He actually, anytime he's been on the field, he's been a very good tackler, which I love seeing that. Underneath him, we have Tavon Campbell, who will be our other slot corner. Now, this is where it gets to the hard part, when we're in the safety area. First of all, Jaleel Adai is not even going to be on the field at all. I'm going to be running a safety type thing where it's going to be very, very, very weird. So at starting free safety, it's not going to be Jaleel Adai. We are going to be moving Desmond King to free safety. So we're going to have an 87 overall free safety, 89 overall strong safety, pretty much 90 overalls at corner. My defense, I'm planning to be a pass, like lockdown pass coverage, so like the Denver Broncos in 2015. So the no-fly zone is coming back, except for we the Jack boys. Nasir Adley, I might actually move him to corner when Casey Hayward or Chris Harris retires. He was really good when he played cornerback in college, and then he moved to free safety. He was still really good, but if I'm moving Desmond King to free safety, there's going to be no room for him to play, which I don't want to see that. I want to see him play. So my plan is, where's Rayshawn? Don't tell me, oh god. In no way, shape, or form did I ever cut Rayshawn Jenkins. I don't know why he's in free agency. I was scared for a second. I was like, where'd he go? You see, now it's gonna have me cut someone, which is perfectly fine because I'm probably gonna cut Jaleel Adai. He's not gonna get any playtime. As I said, Desmond King's gonna move over to free safety. Derwin James is gonna be at strong safety. We're gonna keep Rayshawn Jenkins at strong, and for now we're gonna keep Nasir at free safety as well. Now we get into my favorite position, kicker, but Michael Badgley is going to be our long-term option. I'm going to try and get his kick accuracy a lot higher because Madden's very disrespectful. And then at punter, Ty Long's going to be our punter. I'm going to cut this kicker on the practice squad. Johnny Dixon's going to go. Don't know who that is. He's probably going to go. He's going to stay. I don't know who that is, but stats actually look kind of nice. I might keep him. Cortez Broughton actually might come to the active roster. Jason Moore's going to stay on practice squad. Donald Parham, as I said, is going to come to the active roster. Tyree St. Louis, I hope he can kind of develop. And then Cole Mazza, who's our long snapper. For some reason, this game has them labeled as tight ends, which is absolutely annoying. But there is a receiver that I'm going to be signing to the active roster, as I was telling you guys. And that is Tyron Johnson, who, in his first NFL catch, it was a 62-yard touchdown, if I'm correct. But yeah, he's going to be coming to the active roster. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole team, my schemes and all that. So for the scheme, I'm most likely going to do spread just because in my other franchises, I did the spread or air raid. But I know that the Chargers don't fit the air raid scheme, so I'm gonna avoid it. But spread has worked out really well, especially since all 3 of my quarterbacks can run. Now defense is kind of where it gets harder. I've found myself running a lot of 4-3, like base 4-3, as this one for example. Typically I'd run 4-6, but that focuses on the run. I don't think I'm gonna need to focus on the run all too much, so I'm gonna stay with the base 4-3, and eventually through the end of the season I might change it. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this introductory video. I haven't uploaded in a while, so I was like, you know what, I want to upload. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.